So we open where Heather's telling us how she'd hump to be on half court. Heather more mad she ain't got no hamburgers. Now Whitney crying cause Heather ain't coddling her like she coddled Jen. So now Whitney is done with Heather. Bad weather. And Heather's like, you ain't gonna call me a liar. Ooh, Heather getting the clapping. If you're too drunk right now, you need some validity and some facts, well, let's call Angie. Heather said, I don't care who y'all humping on. Let's support our jailbird Jen. Oh, girl, she said, get focused and let's get back. Oh, snap, we getting WWE. Whitney got all up in Heather's face. No, we're going to focus on you taking accountability. You lost me. No, you lost me.
Lisa says, Heather, thanks for being my friend tonight.
Jen, you ain't leaving to New York to prepare for the trial of your life. You're leaving to plead guilty. So everybody go to bed. Jen, you should be grateful you got a last outing. Oh, we gon' twerk? We just twerked on Married to Medical. Jen screaming, pay that rent. Ooh, with these sad little twerks. So Whitney left Heather a goodbye note and heft on home. So Heather joins Meredith on the balcony. So Whitney has apparently ripped up the note she gave to Heather, their little friendship card, and this is giving me Nene and Cynthia with the voiding of the friendship track a la season 5. Heather said this whole trip was supposed to be fun. Your trips are never fun. Ever. Okay, so we talking with Whit and her fam. In the kitchen with Heather and Lisa, they're like, well, Jen had a crappy time, but at least she had a time. But now Meredith walks in, and it's still Aukie Boo. The heavens are crying because Jen's leaving? No, the heavens are crying because Jen's guilty. They told her to not get Botox so she could look worried. Oh, laying next to your man calms you down? Well, you better ride it while you can, because he gonna spread it around. Jen, why didn't you give Omar all this thought when you were out stealing from the elderly and infirmed? Where were all those thoughts of Omar then? So Whitney gets back from her relatives. We wave goodbye to Jen. We take a nap and then go out to dinner to get to some more arguing and eating. So Meredith has a little emotional moment about her father at dinner, but then she's like, okay, we're back on track. So Whitney, how do you feel about things with Heather last night? Just stir the turd, let's stir the turd. Whitney said, it hurt me because I was doing something very hard in that moment. You were stirring the turd too, heifer. You should have let her drag Meredith in and minded your wide-shouldered business. I love you, Heather, but you stuck your nose in it. So we got Whitney going full waterworks as Heather hefts back to the table. Whitney says, Heather, you hurt me deeply and called me a liar when you know I need trust and truth. Whitney, why don't you think maybe Heather's too drunk to remember this rumor? That little nugget! Y'all are at the basketball game having a few drinks, popping a few pills, allegedly. She could have forgot. Heather said, I don't have to sign up for every single issue. I can plead the fifth and say, I don't recall. She's like, look, you might be fucking up my dick. Shut up, heifer. Heather said, why did you need me to corroborate this for real, for real? You can't stand on your own and you gossip? Why did you need me to say Lisa gave a blowjob for courtside seats?
Can we stop saying that? It's very offensive to me.
Girl, wipe your mouth and shut up. It was supposed to be a trip for Jen. She's facing 50 years, but on the first night we focusing on you, the second night we focusing on you. Why is it about Whitney's issues? Because Whit needs a moment too. Now you're using Jen as your scapegoat to what's really going on here. No, the trip was supposed to be about Jen. She said the first night was the shaman and you healing. That wasn't about Jen.
Meredith said Whitney would engage with me with these are your feelings, and whether anyone put you there or not, this is how you need to articulate to Heather.
Whitney says, Heather, I needed you to validate that what I was saying was true because I always feel untrusted and unheard. And Heather said, well, you hurt me too. You came into my room tearing shit up like a 5-year-old. Oh, Heather said, why don't you be accountable for stirring up drama on a trip that's supposed to be about Jen, who's facing 50? Whitney said, well, you did push me into the wall and call me a liar. You are up the river with no paddle. Stop. What's going on with you, Heather? Why you getting so crunk? So they realize they ain't getting nowhere, so they're going to have fun on their last night. So we get back to the heezy. Oh, God. Meredith got the girls FBI hats. She can compartmentalize because she's guilty. They all sitting and talk about, I just couldn't do it if I was kidding. She just came to have fun. Yeah, because she knew she did it. If she was innocent, she'd be a wreck. So Lisa asked, is it bad that she's the last one left? And Meredith said, well, in the case of the trial, yeah. Can she still get a plea? Meredith said, you could always take a plea. Will Stewart turn against her?
Well, Stewart actually pled to an additional charge.
I mean, Meredith, just go on and give us your PowerPoint about the case. Give us your legal review.
You know, the Southern District of New York has a 98% conviction rating, which is alarming and concerning, so she doesn't have the best odds here, so she's got to have an excellent defense.
Well, that was the shit, and I'ma see you soon for the next American Horror. Let's get to some trailer reviews, and this time we're gonna make it Netflix specific. See what they got going on for our $12. Okay, here's a clip from Love is Blind Season 3. So the guy looks cute from behind, but they still behind the partition, and he's telling the girl a story about when his mom met his dad, she was engaged. Guess the ring didn't mean a thing. Why is this heifer doing like the pelvic thrust while she listening to him talk about his mama living back in the Cayman Islands? I didn't know this story called for a coochie squeeze. What? So they out in some restaurant. The singer at a band says hey to the mama, and then asks the family come on to the stage, everybody but the pappy, so he can serenade them. What kind of cuckold crap? Girl, she is completely exercising during this story. How can he not hear her? Is this crappy editing or does she just not care? Because I'm kind of tuning out. So when your dad found out, he got mad. Well, yeah, that's pretty embarrassing. Girl, he said, I can't believe I shared that story. Her answer was, oh, that's good. She could hear the bye in his voice, because I can hear it too. She's like, nope, you ain't gonna get me like you got me with, who was that Bailey boy that came on this show? That got into it with that poor girl. Oh, I mean, even if he is bisexual, you don't do that. He said, while you do your jumping jacks. Oh, you can hear it? Yes, the sound of you ignoring him traveled around the planet. See, it ain't working because you looking for a woman, but you need a man. Only a man gonna look up in your face and be interested in that story. You cute, though. You cute. But yeah, she done heard so many sob stories from men before, she don't care. Well, I don't know if I'm a peep at it, but that was a cute moment. Okay, now they doing a musical version of Matilda. Now I remember the original material. Now I remember the original Matilda. And it wasn't musical. I don't know. Are they going to give us Miss Honey? Miss Honey. I don't know what they're going to do, but I'm scared, but let's check it out. All right, Miss Honey Black. It's Miss Honey. Miss Honey. Oh, goodness. Who is playing Miss Trunchbull? Because I don't know if you could ever get more iconic than Danny DeVito and Rita Perlman as your neglectful parents. I don't recognize this person, though. I might have to watch this. This is fun. The music, it's a bunch of kids singing, so it ain't good. It ain't bad. It's not anything that's like, there might be a tiny pussy pop in there. Okay, they look like they did a good job with this. I was scared for a minute, but I'm a peep at it.